Hey, Beth Carson Ellington here, and we'll talk about the Ellington at the end of the video if you're still interested. I am talking today about why it's a great idea, why it's the only idea, it's the only way to go about improving your business is to sleep around. Now, you can figure out by now that I don't mean sleeping around on your spouse or your partner. But I'm amazed at the number of vacation rental owners who come to me and they have a problem, and I ask them how many vacation rentals they've stayed in and have they encountered that on their travels. And they say, well, we really haven't stayed in any vacation rentals. And I think this is your business. A lot of people get into the business because they actually like vacation rentals. And if you're a frequent visitor of vacation rentals, you know what your guests can be up against. You know what it feels like to have them not send the code and you're standing outside waiting and waiting and waiting and wondering if they're ever going to text or pick up the phone. And so you know how to mitigate that. You can get a keyless entry where they automatically have the code sent to the guests. You know that it's better to walk into a warm, light-filled house with a ceiling fan on and a little treat, and then how it feels to walk into a place where you have to turn on all the lights, you're not sure where things are. I have music going too, and it just feels like the house is welcoming them. And I discovered that, of course, by staying with other vacation rental owners and by talking with people in the industry. And it's fantastic. So you should not only sleep around at other vacation rentals, you should sleep around at your own place. If you have 3 bedrooms, you need to sleep in all 3 bedrooms. You need to do a little Goldilocksing and find out, are the beds comfortable? Are the pillows still comfortable? Have the guests traded out your really expensive pillows for their own not so nice ones and taken them away and you don't notice it? There might be spider webs, cobwebs on your ceiling fan. There might be a crack in the ceiling. There might be a water leak. It might be terribly cold when you get up the next morning and you know that you need to put a little carpet on your hardwood floors so the first thing they feel isn't a flinching, uncomfortable cold. There is so much intel you can gather by sleeping around that I think it's poor business not to do it. I'm going to go that far and really look at what your guests are saying and then go there and experience it for yourselves. I knew of an owner, well, she was a friend of mine, and I stayed in her guest side and she stayed in the master side, and she had this lovely old clawfoot tub with one of the circular things that the shower curtain hangs onto. Well, oh my goodness, the shower curtain went that far, and so I only had that much to stand on. It was so long, it came down the sides. And then I had no place for shampoo or conditioner or soap or a razor. So I told her about it the next day. None of her guests had mentioned it, but I'm quite certain it was a problem for them. So all she did was go in there and cut it off. Probably cut off 12 inches of shower curtain, and all of that was within the bathtub, so it didn't look bad even though it wasn't perfect. But if she had stayed there in that room and used that bathroom, she would have noticed it before one of her guests had to mention it. And not to mention all those guests who experienced it before. Not the worst thing, but it really was an uncomfortable experience and made easy by such a quick, free fix. So report back to me at beth@bethcarson.com what you are going to do in the next 2 months to improve your business. If you're not close to your own vacation rental, I recommend you going to another one similar to yours, but one that you can glean ideas from. Like we've been traveling for 6 weeks, and I'm at a Wyndham actually, so I've tried to make it look nice in the background, and you have no idea if you do videos, unless you do videos, how stressful it is to try to make a background look really good out of nothing. The blue thing over there is a sarong. But when we got there, they told us we had an upgrade. And my husband's taking a class for 4 days to renew his certified financial planning. I knew he was going to be busy. And so we just decided, what the heck, we'll stay at a hotel that I'd stayed with my daughter before, that is a block from the pier. And so I'm in a hotel. I get ideas everywhere I go. So they tell us about the upgrade, and they do have definitely some new things. Sorry about that. I wasn't planning to talk about this. They have this Stay Well program, and they've got air purifications, lighting that you can play with. There's lighting as you're getting in the mood to go to sleep. You can also, which is such a guy thing, my husband loves it, change the colors of the light bulb. And then they've also great mattresses, and then you can wake up with a dawn simulator, so everything comes on slowly. And then okay, here, let me find it. Maybe it's not there. Okay, well, and I'm probably going to say his name wrong. They have guided meditations through Deepak Chopra, and I know I am saying that wrong. He's very famous, very well known, but they got a brand name to do something specific for their hotel. Isn't that cool? What you could do, I had talked to somebody who was a creator in movies of soundtracks. It was low budget films, so she would pull together songs that were already written, songs that usually weren't very well known by indie artists. And so she and I started talking about, what if I could get a playlist just for my house on the beach, and they could listen to it on my website, and then they could also buy the whole set on iTunes. And we're still talking about that process, but because we have to make sure copyright and everything. But one of the things that the hotel did too was we have free water bottles, and I'm all about free. At my heart, I'm a cheap girl, and I love a good value. But they also have these lovely Voss bottles, and they are great to reuse for $8 in our room. So they're not forcing us to buy this pricier and more valuable water container. They're still giving us these, which I'm drinking, but they've got a potential upgrade. If both of us bought that, that's $16, and I'm sure they didn't have more than $2 or $3 in it. Probably much less than that. So think about ways you can improve your experience, and every time you're traveling, every time you go to a restaurant or a cafe or a shop, notice how you're being welcomed, how you feel at home. Look at the lighting, look at the decor, look at, is the space cluttered? Do you feel like you can breathe there? Are you relaxed? And report back to me. Bye for now. Oh, the Ellington part. I've been married for over 2 years, and I have not changed my name officially. I have on my driver's license and my bank and everything, but I haven't come out on my business side of it and done that yet. So we're going to see how it goes, if we can pull off a change to get me to Beth Ellington. All right. Thanks so much for letting me be a part of your world.